What up? Welcome to the Spar Inn Boxing Radio Podcast. It's episode 16. It's your boy Puma. I don't have Fossil with me. He's MIA. Nah, I'm just kidding. He's going through some shit. Prayers up for Fossil. But I have Frank, the bully.
I'm back.
Frank is back. Frank's a good guy. He's a boxing fan, and he loves watching himself on camera. So here he is.
I'm here.
What's good, Frank?
Thanks for having me, bro.
We got a pretty packed show. We've been out. Last week I did a little interview with David Flat Sparks. Check that out. That was good. It's always good to pick a real boxing guy's mind. He had some crazy stories. He's been in the game for a long time, so go check that out. That's on YouTube. Did you check it out?
I did.
Did you?
Little clips here and there.
Yeah, nobody checks my shit out. Check my shit out, please. Thank you. But back to the topics on hand at episode 16. We had Joe Smith Jr. versus Gilberto Ramirez. You saw that, right?
Long Island. Stand
Yes,
up.
that's right. He did stand up. We'll get to that. Lee Wood versus Josh Warrington, which was a very, very good fight. We'll tap in and talk about that. ZHANIBEK Alemkholony, I never say his names right, versus GUALTIERI, who I don't say his name right either. I don't care. That fight was kind of one-sided, but ZHANIBEK's a problem at 160. So we'll talk about that as well. And then a great, I don't want to say a great fight, but I actually lost money on this fight. But Brian Mendoza versus Tim Zhu, as in Z-O-O, but with a T, Zhu. Tim Zhu. You watched that fight, right?
Yes, I did. Great fight. The chin.
Yeah, Brian Mendoza's chin was
That's his new nickname.
the chin. And then we had Alexis Rocha versus GIOVANI Santillan for the welterweight fight, which was surprised the hell out of me. I'm sure it surprised the hell out of you as well. It surprised the hell out of... Actually, no. A lot of people said it was going to be a close fight. They were sparring partners. We'll talk about that as well. I actually lost money on that fight, but that's the story of my life. Spending money, losing money, and recording on this podcast and editing shit and just whatever. Fuck it. And then we had Jorge Linares, his final fight versus Jack Catterall, which was a bore fest, stink fest, but I mean, Jack Catterall won, controlled the action. And then we're going to talk about rumors and shit, maybe the upcoming schedule. Yeah, that's really about it. Let's just hop right into it. Again, follow us on YouTube at the Spar Inn. I do not have Fossil with me, but him and Frank could have bicep wars, so you could check us out on YouTube. They both love to look at themselves. And here we are. Right, Frank?
I mean, I think my biceps are definitely a little bit bigger.
Yeah, but you're enhanced. All right, Joe Smith Jr. versus Gilberto Ramirez. What did you think of the fight, Frank?
I thought it was great. I was really looking forward to seeing Smith get back in the ring, too, with everything that he had going on.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, his brother actually passed away by murder. It was horrible. It was big news in Long Island about maybe, I want to say 6 months before this fight, and don't quote me on that, but Joe Smith Jr. had a lot going on. I didn't think he was going to fight again, so
yeah,
props to him for that. They fought at a catchweight. It wasn't 175. I think it was a little more, I want to say, or a little, I don't know. It was a catchweight though, but Joe Smith was fucking tagging Gilberto.
Yeah, he was moving around too.
Yeah,
Man.
Joe Smith and Joe Smith is always. I mean, he has what, like 6 losses now, and he's definitely on the back end of his career. If I mean, he's at the end of his career maybe. He caught lightning in a bottle, I'd say. But his resume is crazy. Joe Smith Jr. fought them all. He literally fought them all. And the way he was tagging Gilberto Ramirez, I actually gained respect for Gilberto Ramirez because I knew Gilberto was a better boxer. I knew he has that he just has issues with weight and carrying. He was 20 pounds.
His resume was pretty good, too. I mean,
yeah. Who's on it?
Bivol. I know he had 3 previous fights before his loss. I think were knockouts, too. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's pretty impressive.
I mean, Joe Smith's the only guy that that stumbled Bivol. I don't think I've ever seen someone stumble Bivol like Joe Smith did.
Interesting.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah. I mean, Joe Smith lost that fight, but he had him.
Well, he's a brawler, man.
He's a slugger. He's a thugger. He's a mean motherfucker. That was cool. I just rhymed. But Zurdo, what impressed me a lot about Zurdo, I guess, was his chin. Because Joe Smith was landing. Those rights were landing. There was no knockdowns in the fight. But Joe Smith is always in fun fights. He's kind of like a journeyman now. I hate to say it, but he's a dangerous journeyman Because if your chin is just a little bit suspect, you're going down, and he's gonna keep coming. Zurdo impressed me a lot though with his body shots. His body shots from the very beginning. And you know who he kind of fights a lot? And I mean, if he could make weight, they'd probably have a fight coming up. He fights like a less hungry, what's his name? Shit, having a brain fart. Benavidez.
That's a good comparison.
He has like the style of Benavidez, but a less hungry Benavidez. You know what I mean? Like Benavidez is a monster.
Yeah, no.
Like
in his own lane right now, I feel like.
And when Benavidez steps in the ring and you look at him, he has like those crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Like did this dude just do a bump? Oh shit, he did. And he's fucking coming. And that's kind of like what Gilberto reminds me of. He's like, you know, he's more clean cut. He's got like the gelled hair. If he stays focused, he could be a problem when he's focused. That's the thing. I mean, before this fight, he missed weight by 20 pounds. You don't do that. They fought at a catch weight.
He's coming off 11 months too, right?
Yeah. He also had speaking of bumps, I think once he missed a fight for a little cocaine.
Pop, man.
But
you gotta get the stuff.
The scorecards always are fucking out of whack. They didn't give Joe Smith Jr. any credit, and I thought the fight was much closer than it seemed. I think Gilberto won, but
not by what they judged.
No. It was crazy. They had him, whatever. I don't know what's next for Joe Smith Jr. I'll always watch his fights. Obviously, from Long Island, we have to watch his fights and like what he goes through, like everything. Like he's from a boxing family. The brother incident, like it's crazy. And like, you know, everyone loves like a great comeback story, and you know he has the power to fuck dudes up. He's nobody's gonna want to fight him. Like he can fuck dudes up. And Gilberto though, what is next for him?
Didn't he call out Bivol?
Yeah, I mean he called out Bivol, Canelo.
Like you said, everybody calls them out.
Everybody's calling Canelo out. Bivol, I don't think is fighting anybody but Canelo. I think Bivol's on all routes to Canelo, and it's kind of screwing him because he's gonna almost be. I think it'll be like. We'll talk about it a little later, I guess, because
in a while.
Yeah, it's going to be almost 2 years before he fights anyone. He has nothing scheduled. Everyone's coming. The fights are being scheduled. He has nothing scheduled. I mean, if Gilberto's a problem for anybody though in that weight division, I guess 175. Well, no, he wants to fight at cruiser, so he's a problem for anyone at cruiser as well. He's a big dude. He's a big fucking dude, and he puts combos together. I don't like how he squares up. He doesn't have a lot of head movement, and Joe Smith Jr. isn't exactly like technically sound, and he was tagging him, dude. But that chin showed up. So, and you know what? Joe Smith Jr. is a good resume bullet for any fighter. So, props to Gilberto. Welcome back with your nice hair. He's like a clean cut cokehead.
Yeah, I
mean,
like
there's like
if there is any out there,
like,
I guess
I don't know if they still do coke, but Benavidez for me is like the way he fights, his style, and like his party.
He's a dog.
He's like a sports bar cokehead.
Yeah.
Gilberto's like a martini cokehead, if that makes
Yeah, he wouldn't.
if that makes sense, right? Like,
I mean, yeah, I just feel like, you know, Benavidez probably would like
not that they're
cokeheads,
but like if they dabbled with the stuff, that's kind of what it looked like. And then that same day we had Lee Wood versus Josh Warrington. That fight was insane, and Lee Wood is always in a great fight. Apparently, like he's been in wars.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of tread on the tires. I thought Warrington was gonna win, and like the first 5 rounds,
up to like 7.
Yeah, dude, mauling him. Lee Wood said he's gonna take time off after this fight. I don't know if you guys didn't see the fight. It was a while ago now. We've been a little delayed. Like I said, prayers up for Fossil. He's got some shit going on, Fussy Foss. So we're with Fussy Frank today.
That's me.
That's me. Josh Warrington's like a psycho. He fights like a psycho, punches and bunches, flurries. He has a chin. Lee Wood, though, just keeps winning. He beat Lara. He lost to Lara, beat Lara. Comes back. The fight, but before that, though, the fight with Conlon, I lost money on that fight 2 or 3 years ago. Conlon was crushing him, knocked him down a few times, I think. Lee Wood knocks his ass out of the fucking ring. Like, it was crazy.
I feel like he just couldn't find that knockout this fight. The power maybe wasn't there, or he just, you know, Wood probably just had a chin.
You're talking about Warrington?
Yeah. I mean, he was putting the work in on him.
Lee Wood, though, must have dug. Like, I saw in the weigh-in, Lee Wood looked drained.
Yeah.
Very drained. And I actually met him at the last Tio fight in MSG. I think I was annoying the shit out of Lee Wood.
Who else don't you annoy?
I was like, Lee Wood. I kept bumping into him like on the beer line or whatever, and I'm like Lee Wood. He's like, all right, man. All right. And I just whatever. Sorry, I have a lot of like.
But you love stories like this too, like matches like this where it's one-sided, and then I feel like anyone that's watching it kind of like doesn't pay attention, and something like that happens.
There's nothing better than a hook from hell.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was over. I was like, I should have bet on Warrington. I was going to. I posted something about it, and then the hook from hell. So that was a good fight. I mean, I don't know. Lee Wood said he's going to take time off. He's been in battles. He's been in wars. He's been on the canvas. He's got off the canvas. He gets hit a lot. He does get hit a lot. Versus his resume is crazy too now.
He's fought a lot too.
Yeah, and he fights a lot. He stays active. I don't know what's next for him. He keeps his lead hand down a lot, which is part of the reason I think he gets hit so much. Yeah, and his head movement isn't like superb. He has it, but it's not like crazy good. But that being said, I mean, I think as a betting man, fights in the future, if he's fighting big names, I'm betting against Lee Wood. And listen, I'm 0-2. I mean, I didn't bet on Warrington, but I'm 0-3 on bets against Wood, so he's proving me wrong. So props to you, England.
Just need that one punch.
Yeah,
that's really what it comes down to.
Props to England because they're proving me wrong with Lee Wood. But that being said, I think there's just too much tread on the tires now. He gets hit too much. I don't see. If he fights a big name like a belt holder,
you don't see it going.
Nah, I don't see Warrington. Lee Wood was the favorite in that fight, and I just was betting on Warrington because I was like, you know what, he has the dog in him. He's clanging, banging. And he was, and that's exactly what he did.
Maybe Wood was just also trying to tire him out.
I think he was drained. I think Wood was drained, and I don't want to say he caught lightning in a bottle because he didn't catch lightning in a bottle, but he caught that right hook in a fucking bottle, and it just fucking came from outer space, and night. And that's it, really. That's it on that, too. But then the fight I really want to talk about, and we're flying through, man. We got to chill out. We got to slow down.
I know. We're kind of
we're fucking hyped up. I'm actually drinking vodka and an energy drink. At what time is it?
It currently is
10 p.m. at night.
10 p.m.
So don't do this. Don't try this at home. Don't drink vodka and energy drink because you just be rattling. Lee Wood this, Lee Wood that. Drink some vodka, wiffle ball bat. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But you watch the ZHANIBEK fight. I'm just gonna say ZHANIBEK versus GUALTIERI.
That's so much better. Please.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his name.
And I've followed ZHANIBEK because he's kind of like Triple G, kind of like he was in Triple G shadows, being a Kazakh.
Right.
Kazakhstan. Speaking of Triple G, before we get into this fight, did you see the energy drink the picture?
No.
You didn't see it?
No.
My man Triple G is done, son.
Oh wait, he was
promoting his new energy drink,
and
which is cool. Props to him, business matters. Yeah, he looked. And he had
let the guy live a little bit.
He had a large coat on. And it was I was like, "Whoa." You know what's crazy though? Think about you're in the supermarket, right?
Right.
And Triple G's there. Just looks like a normal guy. Like, oh, hello. I don't know if I'm saying his accent right, so don't.
Meanwhile, he'll fuck you up.
Yeah, like this guy is.
He'll literally
imagine you cut him in line, right? Imagine you cut him in line, and it he's like, excuse me, and you're just like, no, man, I'm here, I'm cutting you in line, and he just fucking loads up with that right.
I mean, it's still there. It's retirement, man. He's got to enjoy.
If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and you're in your car listening, which you're probably not, we don't have a lot of listeners, but if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, pull over. Nah, don't pull over. Go to your park and ride with your little Gumata, and you know what I'm talking about, Big Bully? What's a Gumata?
It's your side piece.
Yeah, Big Bully, baby. Don't.
For anyone who doesn't know.
No. Don't ask why that's his nickname. Pull over for real or whatever. Just Google Triple G promoting his energy drink. It's fucking, dude.
Is that how Canelo's gonna look when he retires?
I don't know. Because Canelo's shorter.
I would want to I would stay in shape. But I feel like when you're that vigilant and you're that dedicated to something, you got to kind of live a little bit too.
Yeah. And dude, listen, he was in training camps in, I think, wasn't it in Colorado or the north? He trained in Colorado, I think, with the in the mountains.
Really?
Yeah, for the for a while when he was with his the other trainer before he switched. So he's been in training camps. People don't understand this about boxing either. And actually, going back to the with David Sparks, what we were talking about, like people don't understand training camps are like wear and tear. It's not like people that go to the gym like Frank, he goes to the gym every day, right?
Yeah.
But you're not in like a training camp.
No.
You have a job, you go to school, and life takes over.
Right.
You have fun. You know what I mean? You see a piece of cheesecake, you eat the fucking piece of cheesecake. Like people don't understand training camps is wear and tear. Like
That's your job.
Yeah, like 6 weeks straight of like
So you're
waking up
getting
at
paid
3,
to do
running just to box. But even if that's your, like, I'm saying body wise, like
Right.
that's a lot.
And that culture in itself too, they train on a whole nother level. Whole nother level. Like I can't even imagine. So you know what? Props to my man Triple G. Yeah, let him live
Love
a little
him.
bit. Have
Yeah.
a
Get
sandwich
fat,
or
get a
something.
dad bod, do some missionary, look down at your gut and say, "What the fuck is that?" Like I do. Frank doesn't have that problem, right?
I do not.
Fuck you. And your fucking abs. Fuck you. All right, back to the topic at hand. ZHANIBEK. What do you think? 160? What do you think? What do you think?
Fight?
Yeah, what do you think of ZHANIBEK at 160?
I was watching a little bit of it, so I don't have. It was on DAZN, right?
The Zone?
I
No,
call
no.
DAZN.
It was
Why
on
do I call it DAZN.
It was on ESPN Top.
Was
Rank.
it?
Yeah, for sure. So that's actually it's funny you bring that up. So ZHANIBEK at 160 is with Top Ranking on ESPN.
Right.
Everybody else, all the hitters at 160 are with Showtime. So that's going to be an issue
Yeah,
to
that
get
sounds
fights
like it's
made
gonna be an
because he's
issue.
ready. He's ready. You know, I expected him to win. Everyone expected
He
him
was
to
hurting
win.
him a lot.
Yeah, I knew
Early.
going in. It was just a matter of when he was gonna knock him out. I loved that he kept throwing a double jab uppercut, which I love that combo. The double jab uppercut, it's what Tyson Fury, more notably Tyson Fury, knocked out. What the hell was his name? Don't drink because your brain cells just shut up. Your brain cells just fucking go. What's his name? Whatever. Tyson Fury. I have to figure it out.
Just look it up. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Hold on, I'm looking it up. Tyson Fury hit him with the jab. It was fucking the last time he fought a real boxer. Tyson Fury boxer. But anyway, the double jab uppercut is a beautiful combo. Lead jab, backhand uppercut. I love that combo. Dillian White.
Oh.
He hit Dillian White with that, and like it blinds the jab blinds it, and like
You don't know it's coming.
yeah, and the uppercut's hard to. That's a dangerous punch to throw because you're leaving yourself open for a
Right.
counter. So when it does land, it's beautiful. ZHANIBEK was landing that at will, and I mean it was against a mandatory, I guess, and whatever. He's a unified champion now. I don't know if a fight could. He's kind of that whole other side of the pond shit that Errol Spence used to speak of. There is some truth to it. When he used to, before Terrence Crawford and him made the fight, he's like, "Oh, you on the other side of the pond."
Yeah.
And
Prove him
there is some truth because the fights are hard. They can be made, but they are hard to make. He kind of is like if Dimitri Bivol, who we keep bringing up for some reason, but if Dimitri Bivol and Triple G had a baby,
That's who it would be.
it would be ZHANIBEK because ZHANIBEK was also landing that overhand fucking. Like upside down corkscrew punch on the top of the head. He was hitting him with that, and then he's always a half step ahead, and keeping the distance and range. He was always like very disciplined,
Right.
like Bivol. Dude, Eastern
I think
Europeans.
he was also waiting for ZHANIBEK to get tired. I think he was kind of just hoping he would gas out a little bit and turn it up, but by that time he was getting worked, and ZHANIBEK obviously ended it in the 6th.
And the irony of it is like the last unified middleweight at 160, like true middleweight, was Triple G. He was the only other. So here's ZHANIBEK now.
We keep bringing up Triple G, and
No, I'm a big Triple G guy, and Fossil's not here to yell at me. I fucking hate him. I hate him. I hope you listen back to this, Fossil. I hate him. I hate you. Nah, I'm just kidding. Puma and Fossil. It's the Puma and Fossil show with a hint of Frank.
hint of bully.
Shut the fuck up. Yo, go look up what a bully is. And I'm not talking about one in school.
Whatever.
Yeah, fucking single Frank. Yeah, I don't know what's next for him. The 160-pound division used to be like the best in boxing. It was the greatest
Right.
division, and now it kind of teetered off. It's ZHANIBEK and the rest. I don't know, these Eastern Europeans, touch on real quick, speaking to Eastern Europeans, and I've been speaking on this a lot. I did it in my last interview. Speak on them in UFC. You're a little bit of a UFC guy.
Like the Dagestani
Yeah,
guys?
yeah. Speak on that.
I don't know. So I watched a lot of, I guess it was like their camp. You know how they have those videos of them training and whatnot. These dudes train on a whole nother level.
Describe. Give me details.
Well, they're in the mountains in Dagestan. They're like running up mountains for hours. Then at nighttime, they're doing cold plunges in a cold lake, then going straight to the steam room, going back to the lake. It's really strict. I feel like it's just on another level that these guys are just bred to just fight because where they are and like where they've came from.
So this keeps this. I saw something someone posted. I actually reposted it on the Spar Inn Instagram.
I know what you're going to talk about, I think. Continue.
Who?
Are you talking about one of the Dagestani kids?
No, I guess this last UFC card.
Yeah.
They went like 7. Anybody
7-0.
ending in whatever their last name's ending, like went 7-0. Like that's
They're
great.
taking over. It used to be Brazilian. Well, it was like Americans. Then it was Brazilian.
I was talking to Sparks about this. Shout out to him too, dude. We chatted up for 4 hours. Excuse me, I'm burping. Me, him, and his fiance, who are going to be on Love TKO, which is like a boxing reality show, which is awesome because reality show is the money, and we'll get into that again later because you want to touch on the YouTubers.
Yeah.
Dude, the poor, like I bring it up a lot actually, and it's just like crazy that the poorer demographic, like in the time in decades, the poorer demographic, less fortunate demographic, is just better at combat sports. And Americans are sliding because we're spoiled. I think we're spoiled.
Like we're practicing in these nice gyms. These guys are out in the mountains, literally in 0-degree weather.
That's why I always shout out native boxing too with my boy Jamal.
Shout out Jamal.
No gimmicks. We in there. Duct tape, motherfuckers. Duct tape. But yeah, keep going about how they train. That was interesting.
I mean, like you've heard the story about Khabib wrestling like a bear and stuff.
Yeah, like, that went viral.
But like it's
before viral.
That's stuff
was
you don't
thing.
hear. If people like us are just talking about it, like wow, that's like, but that's really what they do. They just train hard, and their wrestling is insane. I just feel like they don't really have a stop button to them either. They don't get tired. They're conditioned well. I just think from the conditions that they're brought up in, if there's only one way to get out, unless you're gonna join like the military, I feel like that's really what it comes down to. They,
even on like
fighting's the route.
I watched what's that show, the UFC Fight Pass or whatever.
Yeah, it's just
not Fight Pass. What's the UFC?
Dana White Contender Series.
Yeah.
Or is it the Ultimate Fighter?
The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Fighter. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, when they're all in the house and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's the Ultimate Fighter.
And like you see, like there's just
there was one dude.
There's like a different level of like seriousness. Like they have this like glare of like I'm serious.
Like all the American guys are getting drunk, and then you see the one that.
And then Conor McGregor comes and he's taking shots, and he's like, I don't drink.
Yeah. And I think that guy won too. I think he might have.
I don't know.
There was one Dagestani guy on there, but I think he won. Don't quote me on that.
I wish boxing would do like a show. Boxing's promoted so wrong. Like,
that would be sick.
I was talking about this with Sparks too. I keep bringing it up, but like the show Dark Side of the Ring, for wrestling. Like nobody fuck wrestling. It's people like it. It's entertainment.
It definitely
is. And they're athletic. They're athletic, but like. It's scripted, whatever.
Right.
But the backstories of like what these guys go through, Dark Side of the Ring is an awesome concept.
It is.
And if they made something like that about boxing, there's a million books out there about it. But like a documentary series on like what these dudes do, and if they interviewed them and followed them around, and you saw like what they go through in their life, their day-to-day life.
Even if you put a bunch of guys in like, or in a house, and they have to do the same thing that you put them in for 6 rounds against each other. I mean, I think people need more opportunity in boxing. I feel like there's not
boxing's a different sport though.
It is different.
You got to work your way up. Like you continuously learning, and as the competition gets better, you're continuously learning. That's the biggest difference between boxing and MMA.
Yeah, I agree.
MMA, there's so many moving parts where like you can get knocked out, you can get sparked out. Like and
it's different.
You're a great grappler. I'm a great boxer. I'm not a great boxer, but you're not a great grappler unless it's someone's wife. But that being said, like. There's so many moving parts in UFC, or not. I always say UFC, but MMA,
right?
Where like there's so much room for error. Where in boxing, like you're an expert at that one particular thing. So So you have to work your way up.
Gotta sharpen
in
your
little
tools a
nuances.
little bit.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, because you can go to PFL and fight and still make a lot of money, but you're still not at that UFC level yet. Some people just stay there. I just feel like you said, in boxing, you really gotta sharpen those tools and get good.
And there's
at it.
tiers. It's just crazy. Boxing's in my
I love
opinion.
boxing. I mean, I'll say I'm not like crazy. I don't know a lot of stuff like you do or
I don't know
Fossil,
shit
but
either.
I'm a casual
don't
fan.
know
I
shit.
must say, like, I
No.
do know some things. And
No, you're a fan, dude. That's
Yeah,
all, man. This is just
I
like this
enjoy
podcast is just anybody wants to come on
Yeah,
and chop it up
I
about
enjoy
boxing.
watching boxing. I love the sport. I will always have.
That's
since,
why we,
since
like,
I'm little.
Like we had the same hobbies, like
Yeah.
banging wives and I'm just kidding, but like and boxing, like
Yeah.
talking boxing. But back to ZHANIBEK or ZHANIBEK. The ring ratings right now, right, for 160 are ZHANIBEK. He's got the IBF and WBO belt. He just unified. Carlos Adames, Arizandi Lara, who's old. He could crack, but he's old. Chris Eubank Jr. Sergey Deverenchenko, who's damaged goods.
It's really just him.
It's dude. Who's beating him? Who's beating him?
So you're saying he's gonna be there a while?
Yeah, and nobody's gonna fight him. He's just gonna be sparking dudes. Top Rank's gonna milk that cow. Nobody. Carlos Adames is really good. He could be a problem, but they're not gonna put him in there with Zan. Like they're not doing that. And who knows? PBC Showtime. That's
Right.
That's done. Who knows what's next for them?
I mean, did he hand him his first loss, or that was his second loss?
Who?
I forgot I don't know how to pronounce his name. Who ZHANIBEK fought?
Yeah, this was his first loss.
First
I think
loss.
maybe but it doesn't matter. He was
21-1-1 actually.
okay. Yeah, this guy was. He's all wrong, and he knew
Yeah.
it going in. He tried, but who at 160 is beating him? He took Terrence Crawford was there. Was he? Yeah, Terrence Crawford's trying to like move up to, I guess, heavyweight. Weight matters in boxing.
It does.
It matters a lot, and Terrence Crawford's going to bite off more than and I love Terrence Crawford. Nasty. But that power is
Guy.
not going to translate. It
No.
can't, unless you're juiced, like Pacquiao was. Did I just say that? Did I just say Pacquiao was juiced? You're an expert in juice. Did I just say Pacquiao?
I don't know anything about PEDs.
This is like my PED like source. Like
I don't do guys.
he's like
I do not.
his other nickname is Big Bully Canseco. For Jose Canseco. Did you get
Yes,
it? Did
I
you
caught
got
it. I
Yeah,
caught it.
All right. Hey, playoff baseball. Who you got in playoffs?
Well, obviously the Yankees are a disappointment. I like the Phillies. I want the Phillies to take it.
I'm a big Bryce Harper guy.
Yeah, I'll take him.
He's like an asshole. He can't
That's-
fight for shit. He needs to take a boxing
Oh yeah,
class.
you got his ass.
Yo, he needs to
kicked.
get in the gym. Yeah, because he has the fire.
Well, if he's listening,
Bryce,
come to Native.
Bryce, if you're
I'll show you
listening,
what's up.
yeah, Bryce, come on down.
We'll tag him in.
We
this.
train Bryces. I'm gonna tag you, Bryce. I'm gonna chop this up and tag my boy Bryce Harper. I'm a Yankee fan too. All right. What's next, bro? Oh, I'm getting tipsy now and hyper. This is good. Good.
Mendoza, right? Tim Zoo.
You know what ZHANIBEK did? Back to ZHANIBEK because we flew through that first.
We have been.
Yeah. Back to ZHANIBEK. He feints real good too. His hands down and he has good feints.
Overall, like I think everyone knew what was going to happen going into that fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, I guess it was entertaining for 6 rounds.
I guess. Yeah. You know what I love too though, like when and a lot of Eastern Europeans do this. When like Naya Inoue, who's not Eastern Europe, but Naya.
That's my guy right
Yeah,
there.
he's a big Naya Inoue fan. Yo, before Naya Inoue was even mainstream, that's how I knew this guy was a boxing fan because he was like, "Yo, that dude Inoue, bro."
Yeah.
But Naya Inoue has that like I love when power is blocked, right? Like someone blocks power,
Right.
but you hear the thud and you know they like are affected by it. So like they throw a punch like the overhead chopping right.
Dude's just different.
Yeah, it's
different.
and the discipline, dude. Discipline matters, man. Like discipline matters so much. Whatever. Speaking of discipline, though, the next fight, it is at 154. Tim Zoo with a T.
That's my
Zoo
guy.
with a T. Versus Brian Mendoza.
Chin.
Brian Mendoza.
Yeah.
Brian Mendoza. I gained respect for him at the end of this fight.
As much as I wanted to see him get, like, I was hoping, like, you saw, Tim Zoo knock him down or knock him out. The more that he wasn't and he was taking them, I was like, dude, don't get knocked out.
Yeah, like I bet on this fight. I had Tim Tszyu second half, right? No. I had Tim Tszyu stoppage 9 through 12 for plus money. I forget what it was.
Which anyone would think, too.
Yeah. I had plus money. Dude, in the 11th, I thought he had him. And then he knocked him down, I think, in the 11th. And he got up. And
I think he put him to a knee.
Yeah.
Put him to
knocked
the
him
knee.
down, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. Tim Tszyu. And this brings me back to, like, Benavidez and dude, like, finishing. Finishers matter. And Tim Tszyu's usually a finisher. He took the 12th off.
He did. And
I'm only upset because I bet. If you knocked him down in the 11th,
you're ended it in the 12th.
I don't think Mendoza's ever even been 12. I don't think he's ever.
No, he was on the come up too.
Yeah, and he beat Fundora bad. That was a war. But Tim Tszyu cracks. Tim Tszyu does crack.
That's my guy, man.
He doesn't have a lot of head movement though.
Nah, he was getting hit a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of head movement, man, which is going to be a problem. Maybe versus Charlo.
I don't think it'll be a problem for the Charlo.
Yeah, you think Tim Tszyu? You got Tim Tszyu beat?
I'm tired of the fucking Charlo.
I'm betting Charlo. I'm pro America, proud to be an American.
So why?
I'm rooting for Charlo. If that fight's made, what is Charlo doing? Whatever Charlo. What are they doing?
Which one are we talking? Yeah,
the one that fought Canelo, Mel. What is he doing? I don't know what he's doing, but I'm gonna root for him. I'm gonna bet on him because I'm proud to be an American.
I think it'll be a great fight.
Yeah, it depends on what Charlo we get. They're so mentally like, I don't know. I hate that. The unknown is like.
So break it down though. Who do you think like in a boxing
Charlo,
sense, skill wise, like?
So take away the Canelo
put them
fight.
both in the like
take away
category.
Take away the Canelo
right.
fight. Right. Scratch the Charlo Canelo fight. Clearly that was a money grab. Clearly that was.
Yeah, you want to get paid.
Yeah. Take that away, right? While Tszyu is very good, Tszyu has power. Tszyu comes forward, pressure versus pipes. Tszyu gets hit.
Yeah.
Charlo could crack. Charlo's not Mendoza.
He can.
Charlo's not Mendoza. That's a good fight.
Not as disciplined either. I feel like.
But the that's what I mean.
Now I know what you're saying.
Like if Charlo could get focused, like I need to win this fight.
Right.
I need this fight. I fucking people hate me. People hate me now because of the Canelo fight, right? I need this fight. Maybe take a tune-up at 154. But I don't know. Maybe he'll stay. He stays.
Maybe
at
he needed that. The adversity too. Maybe he needed to get
he needs
knocked
a little
on
push.
his ass a little bit.
Yeah, maybe he needs a little push.
You know what I mean?
But that fight was just money. Like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd fight Canelo and get my
ass
kicked in 30 seconds.
I'd fight anyone and get my ass kicked for free. But
I think Tim Tszyu could use some more fights. Maybe one or two more fights.
So he's coming. He's coming to America. A la Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, great. The second one sucked. Did you see the second one?
No, only the first.
The first one's great.
Yeah.
The first one you could watch anytime, day or night.
I was just thinking of Rocky when when he comes out.
Yeah.
And then eventually.
But Eddie Murphy coming to America.
I know what you're talking about.
Great show. I'm sorry, great movie. Great movie. So one thing about Tim Tszyu, and I spoke on this last interview too, he's corny.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think the whole history though with his dad and stuff like that's cool.
Cool.
Like
that's
that.
cool.
I
Yeah,
like
and
that.
he keeps it. But he's corny as hell. What's my motherfucking name? Now you know my name. What's my motherfucking? Shut up.
I mean, how he beat the shit out of Campos was it? That was crazy.
Yeah, but like,
who is? Yeah.
Who cares? Like, what's my motherfucking name? He could fight. He could crack. He has power.
He's got power. But
got
like
power.
you said, no movement.
But he gets hit. And you know what? I think a focused, hungry Charlo is all wrong.
Has his jaw been tested before? Like, has it really been like?
He's
tested?
been on the canvas. Yeah, he's been on the
he
canvas.
has?
Yeah. He's been on the canvas.
Stuff that I need to know. That's
he's
why
been
I'm
on the
here.
canvas. So, Charlo's jab could keep him away. It's just Charlo's mentals.
Yeah.
It's the fucking mentals. Can he? I don't know.
Great fight though.
I do like Tszyu though. He's staying active. He's probably the most active. Like he's fighting every 4 to 6 months.
He's trying to make it happen. I think.
And he says, I'm coming to Vegas. I think Vegas. Yeah, he's coming to America now, which he needs, which is good. He's building his brand.
Who was his biggest fight? Was it Mendoza?
No. Hold on. Let me look up his box rec. Cause
I should have looked that up too.
Yeah, you should have. Thanks, man.
Wow, I was in freaking psychology 101 looking up boxing stats.
These guys. Just like Fossil, man. You know, I tell him. Nah.
Listen, I have my notes here.
Tim Zoo. I hate
Zoo.
I hate how to spell his name.
Sue.
I just want to write ZOO, but I can't.
I think that might have humbled him a little bit, though, not being able to knock him out either. I think he was a little frustrated. You saw it the way he was
but he
fighting
took the
at the end.
12th off. He took
He did.
He took the 12, and I needed that fucking. I'm like, go! I hate when I lose a bet.
She's streaky.
I hate when I lose a bet, and probably. I mean, he beat the shit out of Tony. Terrell Gusha. I think Gusha knocked him down. Yeah.
He got caught.
Mm-hmm. Terrell, I forgot about him.
He's young too. Tim Zoo, right? He's still young.
Yeah. Young enough.
I just love that. Like these young kids are still coming up, though. Like
yeah. Boxing's on a heater, bro.
Yeah,
we'll talk. Still,
I
like,
still talk about this shit every day. I love how boxing's turning up.
You know,
right now.
I think Jamel Charlo could beat Zoo, man. I think activity's the biggest thing in Zoo's favor.
I always thought it was the other Charlo that he had.
Jamel, no. The other one's the one that was supposed to fight Canelo at one.
Yeah, Caleb Plant's gonna knock the fuck out.
Who?
The other Charlo.
Oh, is that fight announced?
No, but I want it.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm a big Caleb
I know.
Plant fan.
You and Fossil is. It's like, dude, you guys are
I
on.
think
The,
he's very skilled.
are you guys on the same testosterone?
And he fights everybody. He fights everybody. He's not
Cool.
scared.
Oh
of nobody.
yeah. No, he's
But we'll
good.
get to it. I'm sure.
Yeah,
You'll
no.
get to it.
All right, enough about Zoo. The Bronx Zoo. You ever been to the Bronx Zoo?
I have. It was all right.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
The bear. There was this one bear. Side story. Sorry. There was this one bear at the Bronx Zoo. Right. We took my niece, and there's this bear, and I swear it was on a loop, like it kept walking in circles in the cave, out the cave, in the cave, out the cave.
What else are they gonna do?
It was like it had like
It's messed up.
Yeah, it was like a robot bear.
Want to go free them?
You want to go free the bears? Yeah, kinda. Fucking go to the Bronx alone.
Yeah.
Bronx is a wild place.
Let alone the Bronx Zoo.
Yeah, the Bronx Zoo is the safest spot, I think. Anyway, Alexis Rocha versus Giovanni Santillan. I lost money on this fight too. I bet.
What else is there?
I'm fucking no. Usually boxing, I'm good.
No, you're on point.
Yeah, usually I'm good, but
You guys see the posts.
You know what? I came home drunk. It was my anniversary. 5 years, same girl. Shout out to you.
Wow,
I
I
know you're
wish.
listening.
No shade here.
5 years. What do you mean? What about you? What's your longest relationship?
Probably like 3. Not this past one though.
Shut up.
That's fine. No
Anyway,
shame.
so I get home. We went to a nice little dinner out here on Long Island.
Steak
you
looked
know?
nice.
Yeah, good steak. A little posty post in the private Instagram. If you don't follow the private Instagram, follow the Spar Inn. You fucking assholes. Follow it. Alexis Rocha versus Giovanni Santillan. I came home. She was not pissed drunk, half drunk. She's like, I just want to go to bed. I'm like, I want to go watch boxing. So I came down to the Spar Inn headquarters, threw this fight on. I wasn't going to put action on it. I put a last-minute bet in, right? I'm like, Alexis Rocha's been active. Alexis Rocha's getting better each fight. Alexis Rocha's a dog. I didn't know much about Santillan. I knew he was tough. I knew he was tough as nails, and I knew they were sparring partners, right?
That's sick.
And, yeah, and you know what? I was totally wrong. You know how I knew I lost? The moment I knew, this is funny,
Was
too.
it early?
Like, his ring walkout. The minute he had the ring walkout and he stopped, and I guess it was his hometown in Cali.
Right.
When he stopped, right? Oh, man, my bald head is perspiring. Hat's falling off. When he stopped, and, like, it was like Star Wars or something theme music, and Sergio Mora is just talking, and he's like, I don't know what he's doing. And it was like a good, I might be exaggerating. It felt like a good 10 minutes.
Probably like 40 sets.
And he's standing there. And they're like, I don't know what the fuck they're playing. And then the mariachi music starts. Like, and he's just standing there. And I'm like, what are you doing? And a lot of times when your entrance is that big, I only know this because I remember my losses, betting-wise. When your entrance is that big, right? And that, look, Deontay Wilder. It's a good example. Remember his jacket and
80-pound
yeah.
jacket.
When your entrance is like that and you're not like Mike Tyson or Floyd Mayweather,
You're getting.
you lose. So I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And then the mariachi music, and he starts fucking coming out, and I'm like, everyone's going crazy.
Going crazy. Hype.
Bro, Santillan fucking, he's also Latino. He's in Cali himself. He fucking turned it on. And I think Rocha was waiting for him to turn it off, and it was too little too late, and Rocha just could not sustain that. Santillan came in, dude. And props to him. Not props to the bet I made. I had Rocha KO, TKO at plus money. Nah.
Opposite.
Total opposite.
He knocked him down twice, right?
Not only that, he was every round. And Rocha was landing, and Santillan was just eating. Yo, his hair, Santillan's hair. He had the little flip. I had that little Jimmy Neutron flip.
I had that.
When I had hair, I had that. I used to do the little flip.
I had the blonde flip.
You had frosted tips?
Yeah.
That was the thing. In sync. Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah,
very musical this episode. We're
it is.
Yeah, we're very.
I like it.
Yeah, we're very. Yo, spit a freestyle.
Nah. Can't do that.
Shut the
Wait, tell me the story about them being. I didn't know they were sparring.
Yeah, they have a lot of rounds together. They know each other well. Which is, I also thought, I'm like,
it would have been better, right?
I'm like, Rocha's Santillan's like, yeah, fuck
Probably
it.
knew he was gonna fight him, and he's like, I ain't showing him all the tricks.
Santillan thugged him the fuck out, bro. Thugged him out. Did you watch the full fight?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go fuck myself.
I did not.
Yeah. I'm looking for a co-host. I'm just kidding, Fossil. I know you're listening. Santillan, did you see his hair though at the end when you watched the highlights? Because I know you watched the highlights.
Yeah, but I wasn't looking at his hair.
Dude, the end, his face was untouched, and like we talked about the frosted tips, he didn't have frosted tips,
Right.
but if he did, they were still spiky. Like it looked like he didn't even sweat.
Yeah,
it was crazy. And I just knew it on that ring walk, dude. I'm looking and I'm like, it's like he's standing there and like embracing it. Like sometimes, like I said, too spoiled, man.
Some people aren't humble. Some people need to be humbled.
And Rocha was humbled.
Definitely. His second loss, third loss.
Second loss, I think. But, I mean, he's coming off a heater, too. Like, maybe he's got the type. They got fire. Like, they're the type of guys that they could still just bounce back and fucking do it
it's
up.
It's not a make or break for him.
No. That was a good fight, though. It was good to see anyway. Everybody.
There was a lot of good fights.
Yo, boxing, like, it's not, they don't market it the right way. Like UFC's, like the shitty UFC cards are marketed like they're fucking
on ESPN. You know every fighter on the card, and these guys are probably getting paid like $1,000.
And it's like it looks like you're like, remember when you watched WWF or WWE, the
Right.
Royal Rumble? Like it's like everything's the Royal Rumble. Like,
right.
So they market it right. Like boxing just doesn't market shit right, and it might be a money thing. I don't know.
Definitely a money thing. It's all, you know how it is.
Rocha also had like no head movement in that fight at all, and he was just Santillan. Another thing with Santillan was he's a natural southpaw, right? I think he's a natural southpaw, and he like Terrence Crawford. This is like a new thing in boxing. I don't want to say it's a new thing in boxing, but it's getting more common in boxing. Like Terrence Crawford versus Spence.
Right.
He switched up, and his usual power hand was his lead hand, and that was just fucking
connecting.
Icing. That's what Spence Crawford. Crawford was just like. That's good. If you could do it
again.
If you could do it.
My man Crawford.
I should have known better, man. I follow the hype too much. I gotta chill. I gotta get back to my old, study some boxing fights and chill. I've been falling for the hype.
That's what they want.
I love a good underdog story though, bro. Like that's that was a huge Rocha was on the fast track, bro. Rocha was fucking.
There's a lot of stoppages, a lot of knockouts too.
Yeah, he's a dog, bro. He was getting better each fight, which is that's what you want to see. He came off a loss, right, and was just getting better each and every fight.
Are they young?
I
Prime.
think 30s. Yeah,
prime.
Boxing prime. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up Alexis Rocha box right quick. I know his loss was to what's the guy with the weird?
He's 23-2. Yeah,
the guy's weird. The guy's weird name. The hell was that guy's name? Rashidi Ellis. It's not a weird name, but it's just a name that
not common.
Not common, yeah. Dude, I don't. What is next for him at welter? Welter's kind of a dying fucking. Is it?
I love to see who these guys call out when they win.
Like if Terrence Crawford.
I haven't seen anything like that.
If Terrence Crawford and actually speaking of welter, we could speak on it now. I wanted to see Boots Ennis versus Rocha. But, you know what? Santillan versus... I don't think Boots wants anything to do with him. Different promotions again, but... No, that was on DAZN. Yeah, different promotion. But I don't think Boots wants...
That's what's annoying, man.
Yeah.
That's why it's not like UFC. I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying UFC's better. But these guys, they'll fight each other. They don't care about the loss. I mean, you would think with everything that's happened in the past 6 months with, these big, stars fighting each other that a lot would do it. But
yeah, I mean, who knows? I want.
That would be a good fight, though, with Ennis.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think Ennis outpoints him because Ennis could switch it up and fight like Shakur, like a Shakur-esque fight.
He's skilled.
Smart. He could outsmart him, but who knows, dude. Fucking Santillan.
It looks like you're a fan now.
Yeah, I'm a because we had the same haircut when I was in 6th grade. Mine was still more receding, but the welterweight division though, minus Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, is fucking.
It's on the come up.
No, it's kind of shitty.
Who was in it?
Jaron Ennis. I'm sorry. I guess Josh Taylor now is gonna fight at 147. He's moving up.
Yeah.
Terrence Crawford. I mean, Mario Barrios beat Ugas, but he gets beat by anybody else.
I just saw another. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think it's over for Ugas, right?
Yeah,
his fucking eye was looking bad.
I hope it's over.
I saw a picture. They're like, should he just call it quits? I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I guess Conor Benn he's a top 25.
A lot of old heads.
What's it called though? They just announced. We could talk about that now instead of at the end. At 147, Stanionis versus Keith Thurman.
Oh yeah, I was
Dude,
talking to you.
Bet
about that
you're fucking. I am betting everything I have on Stanionis. Keith Thurman
he's old,
inactive, smart, could crack. Stanionis has been itching to fight. His fight with my boy fucking.
I feel like I just watched was it a recent fight that he fought?
No, his fight with Virgil Ortiz Jr. kept getting canceled. Virgil Ortiz has like a blood disease. So that fight kept getting pushed. He was in training camp for I think 2 or 3 times,
and they
canceled 2 or 3 times. Once because of COVID, a bunch of shit. But dude, Stanionis is gonna.
Thurman's been chirping a lot of people too.
He's just.
Who did he just call out to? Someone that just.
Clarissa Shields. It's like
no, yeah, that. No. Someone had. Who was the last? I don't know.
He's always chirping.
Yeah, he is.
And Thurman in his prime was great. Dude, did you ever see the Thurman Pacquiao fight? It's one of my favorite. Pacquiao.
I saw clips of it.
That's one of my favorite.
I watch a lot of Pacquiao.
That's one of my favorite Pacquiao fights because of what Pacquiao did at that age. And I know Thurman's coming off the layoff. That was Pacquiao knocking Thurman down like that and shit was fucking crazy to me. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I don't know. Welterweight division. Fuck. Stanionis. Bet Stanionis is a fucking tank, dude. I was so excited. I'm still upset about it. Boxing has been on a heater. It's just not promoted right to mainstream markets. It's promoted well by promoters and they get their money. It's not promoted right to the mainstream market.
For the people.
To gaining new fans. Because there's been some really good fights. So that being said, Stanionis is must-see TV. Stanionis Virgil Ortiz Jr. was like my fight of the year. Like that was
3 times.
3 times. We talked about it. Fossil and I. Fossil, where you at? Fossil and I talked about it. That was great. I think he's gonna run right through Thurman, dude.
There's like a lot of things that are going on right now, right?
What else you got?
I mean, are we going into like the?
You want it? I don't care.
Current
Just
events
fucking spit it. Who gives a fuck?
I don't know. I was watching the.
Well, hold on. Jack Catterall, Jorge Linares. Jack Catterall won. Called out. It was a boring fight. He called out Josh Taylor. He's still trying to get that. He got screwed. Jack Catterall loses to every other big name not named Josh Taylor. Jorge Linares retired. Jorge Linares was had great fights. One side story about Jorge Linares. When I became a fan of him was the Lomachenko fight. I was there. I bet on Jorge Linares. Linares knocks him down in like the 8th or 7th, whenever it was. I'm going crazy because if you know anything about New York fights, Lomachenko sells the shit out of like the Garden. It was like I was in Ukraine over there. And I bet on Linares knockout. I'm fucking giving them all the finger. I'm going crazy. Long story short, as we all know, Lomachenko comes back, beats the fucking balls off Linares. I had to buy a shirt for me and my buddy who's not a boxing fan, so we didn't get jumped. That being said,
side note.
That being said, Jorge Linares is tough, smart. Jack Catterall did enough to beat him. Jack Catterall doesn't beat any big name. It was a boring stink fest. Whatever. Let's get to the rumors and shit. Let's dive deep into
the Eddie Hearn conversation with the who has the better resume. He was talking about Tank and Haney.
Oh, Haney. I think Haney.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Why do you think what was his what was the argument?
I don't know. I was
Who was
reading it
arguing?
on the Zone, like it was an article. I don't know. I think he was just getting an interview, and he was just. I mean, both of them really haven't. I mean, who has Haney fought other than
Haney?
Lomachenko?
Linares. Tank. Who's Tank fought? Haney has belts.
Yeah.
I guess you could. I hate to say it. I fucking. What's his fucking name that beat my guy Tio?
Oh, Cambosos?
Yeah, Cambozo.
Cambozo.
You know Cambosos DM'd me once and called me a pelican?
No way.
Yeah, he's like, shut up, you pelican.
Wow, you're talking shit.
Yeah. I'm a Tio guy, man. Even though Tio won't take our interview, I'm a Tio guy.
I mean, I just bring up the argument of it just because, I mean, I feel like
who
Lomachenko he fought, yeah, but did he really? Personally, I don't think he beat Lomachenko.
Who? Haney? No, I had Loma in that fight
so
too.
Then who else?
He did enough to look good, but I had Haney in that fight.
He was on his back foot the whole fight.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
Not pushing
And if you like really watch it and like if you dissect that fight, because you know when you gotta watch if you're a boxing fucking junkie, right? You gotta watch fights twice, especially if you drink like me. I watch fights twice. I'm like, all right, I have fun, I cheer,
and then you'll watch it again,
and then I'll watch it again. And sometimes you gotta watch fights in silence.
For every punch that Haney threw, Lomachenko landed like 4.
Yeah,
that's the way I saw it.
And he controlled the action.
He controlled it. That was just.
Fossil says different. I think sometimes Fossil just argues with me to like just argue and like.
I mean, it creates conflict. That's good. It's good for the
push
pod.
my buttons. Fossil, I miss you, man. Fossy.
No, I guess you're right though, Haney. Yeah, now I'm thinking.
Haney's resume is as of late is better for sure. He beat Cambosos twice. They say, oh, but he beat him in Australia. Cambosos caught lightning in a bottle versus Teofimo.
Yeah, you got
Cambosos is he had the right and props to him. He did beat him, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. I've talked about it before.
Wait till Tio fights.
Tio fights. I hope.
That would be my fight of the year.
What?
If
Tio Haney?
Yeah, if they make that.
Nah, I want Tio Prograis. Just because Haney's style is like has a better chance, and I'm a Tio fanboy.
A better chance of
beating Haney or beating Tio. Not that Tio can't beat him. I'm not saying he can't, but Haney's style, like that long stiff jab, could stay away, run away, could give Tio fits. Where Regis is coming to bang, and that would be fight of the year.
That's gonna be a good fight
if it happens.
Be a good fight.
Haney Prograis.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Haney's fighting Prograis. If Haney wins, Haney's and nothing against Tank. Just Tank has a lot back to the personal issues and everything.
It's not a good look.
Tank's got a lot going on in that head of his. So, and he has no belts. And like I got in this argument with someone. I think it was my boy Willie. Willie loves, you know, Willie.
Yeah,
Willie. Willie loves. I always talk about Willie. I'm gonna have him on too. He's like, "What the hell are you gonna get me on the pod?" I'll have him on. But Willie loves Tank. And I don't hate Tank either. Tank. All it takes for me is for you to wave to me. And Tank gave me a peace sign when I shouted him out ringside once. And I was like, yo, that's my boy, man. Love him. So that's all it takes for me to become a fan. So if you're looking for a fan, just give me a peace sign. Tank, if we fast forward, right, 30 years, and say Tank never gets a belt, never fights for a belt, right? We fast forward 30 years. Nobody's going to remember Tank. No, you need the belts matter in that regard. Not all of them.
What's happening then?
Like, but
get this shit going.
Like for some little kid growing up, right? Like my little nerd ass getting beat up in sparring when I was like 12, and then sitting on the sideline reading the boxing almanacs and reading all the boxing junk they'd throw on the. If you don't have a belt, you're just going to be forgotten in a sense. Like, oh, champion. There's something to be said there. So and Tank can do it. Don't get me wrong. He has the skill, the talent. He has that power, the ungodly power. But he's not, and he needs to. He needs to. I think a Shakur Tank fight happens, and Shakur is all wrong for him.
Yeah,
Shakur is all wrong for him. I could see Shakur Tank happening at some point as the pressure.
Because eventually, yeah, like you said, the pressure's gonna build up, and he's gonna have no choice. But
and he's gonna like run out of money, so he's gonna like just gonna happen.
I hope not. We hope not.
No.
This is what
Tank.
happens.
I'm a Tank fan, and I hope I'm wrong. I could. Tio did an interview. I'm gonna give a little side. So me and Tio we DM each other, and like I'm trying to get an interview as his biggest fan, and like the fact that he's acknowledging me is enough. I've peaked as a podcast. The Spar Inn has peaked. Tio, I'm trying to interview, man. Could you just?
If you're listening,
I texted him. I texted it the other day. I was like, "Hey, man, like he left me. He didn't leave me on read, but like he just like left me, like you know,
Yeah.
didn't see or whatever. And like, he did this other interview with ProBox, which is good. You know, they have a producer. They're fucking
Right,
ProBox TV. Yeah, whatever. I'm not. The fact that like if this podcast got me one thing and it's my favorite athlete and fighter to message me, I could cry talking about it
Yeah.
right now.
I mean, that's
I'm getting choked
that's
up.
big.
Nah, that's so. That being said, I was like, hey man, you got me feeling like Stan from Eminem. I wrote you, but you still ain't calling.
Did he respond?
No.
He's probably like, who the fuck is
This
this
is fucking weirdo.
guy?
But I
He
know
wants me
he.
to come to his
I've been to every T.O. fight in New York, so I know he hears me. He fucking.
No, he's out there.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
I'll
that.
You're
You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that.
I don't. If I don't care. I'm still a fan. That's whatever. But T.O. came out recently and said, I guess on ProBox's interview, not mine, not the Spar Inn. God damn it. Hold on, let me get a drink.
Take a sip, man. Take a sip.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ Almighty. Lord.
I'm gonna take one too.
Saying why Tank won't fight so and so and why Tank won't get a belt, vice versa, whatever. And it kind of made sense. He's right. Like PBC navigates their fighters well, and right now Deontay Wilder has no fight planned. Right? Who's their cash cow? Who's PBC's cash cow?
Who just fought? Isn't Canelo on?
Technically Canelo signed a deal with PBC, but
See,
who's
I know
the
my stuff.
who's their homegrown? Who's their homegrown cash cow?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
It's Tank. Tank is their homegrown.
So what do you
cash
think they're doing? Like they're
going to navigate
they're
him well.
maneuvering.
They have a fight. The guy he already fought. What's his name? The Slugger. The guy that he the only guy he ever went the distance with.
Isaac?
Yeah, Isaac Cruz. They're talking about that.
2?
Yeah, Tank kills Isaac Cruz the second time.
But did he the first?
No, but he does the second time.
I think he was hurt too in the first.
Yeah, he missed weight or something. They fought like a catch weight, I think. But I love Tank. I always root for the American. I swear, like I'm proud to be. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to say it again.
He's I mean, he's got skill too. He's
I like-
cerebral.
I like his story.
Yeah.
He came from fucking absolute nothing. I love it, and I love how
He's
he's like gangsta. I love it. He's like but you know a real one. Like you know when you know
Right.
like you see like that's a real one.
no, that's
he gives
a
you
blessing and a curse.
Yeah. All right. What else? Eddie Hearn says Canelo Alvarez will fight Benavidez if he beats Andrade. Eddie Hearn says a lot of things.
Please.
Yo,
If there's one thing that I want, like,
Oh,
please make that fucking happen.
dude, think about it. Think about when that fight would happen, right? So when is Bivol Benavidez? I'm sorry, Benavidez Andrade.
Isn't it November 20?
Is it?
I'm pretty
me
sure.
see,
Yeah, look
David.
that up. That's going to be a good fight too, though.
But think of this trajectory of fights, dude. Dude, I'm gonna be so broke with pay-per-views.
They all want Canelo too. It's so
because it's money. It's money. He's the
You want
cash.
payday?
He's
Payday? Payday?
He's the cash cow.
He is.
He's the cash cow.
I mean, let them all get a piece of the cake. Come on.
Yo, but let the good fights happen. November 25th,
I was right.
day after Thanksgiving. Right?
You know where I'll be.
Thanksgiving's the 24th.
I'll be here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I actually man. I would like to throw a fight party like at a place like at a restaurant for that. So, but
That
think
one,
anyway.
yeah.
So think about this, right? So Tyson Fury, what's his name?
Ngannou?
Ngannou.
Fucking annoying, bro. So annoying.
Tyson Fury Ngannou's happening, right?
So annoying.
Tyson Fury Usyk for undisputed
Yes.
heavyweight
Let's go.
is after that. That's this month. So you figure that fight will probably happen December. They're saying December 23rd.
Yeah, around Christmas.
They're saying December 23rd. That
Yeah.
fight's gonna happen. So think about that. December 23rd, we get Fury Usyk, right? Then maybe 2-3 months later, Canelo. If he beats, if Andrade gets beat,
I see it. ending
yeah,
that way.
Benavidez beats Andrade, in my opinion. So then we get Benavidez, Canelo. Dude, boxing is they're like marketing. Yo, ESPN should just be, because boxing's not going anywhere. It's like UFC could go up and down. UFC
Right.
could go like, you know what I mean?
Well, ESPN's like fucking up because I remember being younger, they would have Teddy Atlas on there. They
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be like that. It's just they don't have the analysts on. It's only when it's
Yo,
top
ESPN,
ranked.
if you're hiring, I'll keep it PG. No, I'm just. Yo, there's this guy Steve Kim, right? Steve Kim worked for ESPN, but he's a little, and not my opinion. He just is. He's an outspoken like Republican. They shafted him. They wanted him to follow a narrative, and Steve Kim is like,
He was like, fuck that.
he's on a podcast with Mario Lopez. It's a good podcast.
Oh, I think you told me about
Yeah,
that.
and I know him. I drink with. He drinks. He's very like opinionated, outspoken. but his boxing, he's like the boxing god when it comes to shit like this, literally like a boxing god. He fucking, I think, I don't know, don't quote me on this. I just know he worked for ESPN at a time,
Right.
and was quickly ousted because of his political views or whatever. And it's like, he's the boxing guy. Like, nobody could question his boxing, like, knowledge.
Right.
He's the boxing guy. And it's just sad. They need people like him. They need whatever. All right.
Make it happen, Canelo, Benavidez,
Yeah.
please.
But no, I'm cool with Benavidez Andrade in the meantime.
I mean, that's gonna be.
Yeah.
They're definitely gonna bang for sure.
I don't know. I think Benavidez is gonna crush Andrade. I should throw a party for that. When is it? November. I'm trying. The Spar Inn Boxing Podcast is trying to put together like a fight party, like at a restaurant, maybe like 20 ahead, raffle off some memorabilia. Cool shit. Frank will be there, chugging water, fucking shooting test up, fucking ready to go. Just hide your wives. Don't bring your wives.
Supporting over here.
Just don't bring your wives.
Yeah,
Nah,
do
just
not.
kidding.
Do not. Whatever you do.
Nah, I'm trying to put something together for that. So that'll be cool if you're in the New York or metro area. I don't know yet, though. I was going to do Fury Usyk if that fight actually happens. I still don't believe it's actually.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, I
Look,
think
knock on wood.
Fury already said, bearing injury. I think he's already planning to get injured.
You don't want the smoke.
I hope I'm wrong, but if that fight happens, right? Say that fight happens. December 23rd, dude. Come on.
Like, out of all days.
Like December 23rd, really?
That's like a day where people are out and about. I mean.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Nobody's fucking like. It's the day before. You know how traffic is December 23rd? It's like the biggest travel day of the fucking year. Everyone's with their.
If they did
like, what did they think? People are gonna buy the pay-per-view and put it on?
New Year's Day or some shit.
No, like, give me December. Why not the week before that? When nothing, like this, the heart of December.
Just the way the world works, man.
So I was gonna do it for that, but like I can't have I want to have it at like a restaurant. You know what I mean?
I just don't get why this other Tyson Fury Ngannou fight is just a thing.
It's a money grab.
Like they're showing Ngannou training with Mike Tyson. Now everyone's gonna bet.
They're showing
Ngannou.
like 20 seconds. Yo,
yeah.
I could show you a 20-second clip of my fat drunk self.
And you're not getting winded as much as Ngannou.
No, but you'll think you'll be like, damn, he's the next great heavyweight.
Yeah, well, no, Ngannou's also breathing heavy after throwing like 30 seconds of the bag. So I mean, I don't know.
You know, and props to Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson's like, oh yeah, I've never seen power. You know, I wonder what they're paying him. Like, what
you think they're?
Yeah, dude, Mike Tyson's not stupid.
Yeah, Ngannou has power, bro.
Yeah, of course,
He throws what they say the horsepower of a Ford Focus.
Does he have more power than Deontay Wilder?
No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody does.
Maybe like Sonny Liston.
Put a UFC glove on Deontay Wilder.
Dude.
Someone's dying.
Dude,
I'm serious. Someone's gonna die.
He's gonna break his hand's gonna shatter.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. It's like the leverage. I don't know what. He was made for that power.
His long ass arms.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna hurt you. Yeah.
All right. What else do we got? We're closing it up. We talked about Tim Tszyu, Brian Mendoza.
Trying to think.
What else? Rumors and notes and shit. What else we got? I don't know. I think we touched a lot.
Damn, we did a lot. And
Is it? How long has this been?
I don't know.
It'd be cool if it was me, you, and Fossil.
That would have been cool.
God damn it,
Fossil's cool
Fossil.
people.
Fossil, don't be a fossil. It's just your name. It's just your name. Nah, Fossil. Hope you're doing all right.
Yeah, prayers up.
Let me ask you. Let me pick your brain.
Great. Is this like a quiz or something?
Yeah.
All
Let me
right.
pick your brain. Who's your favorite fighter right now?
In a way.
Now, in a way. Okay. Oh, you know what? See why I did that? Let's talk about upcoming fights.
I like In a way a lot.
Let's see what we. Why do you like In a way?
Dude's a freak. I never heard someone punch that.
Yeah, dude. I post like so.
And he
go.
embarrassed Fulton.
Oh yeah, he fucking.
He embarrassed him.
Oh, the little dingleberry head.
He cut it, right?
Yeah, he cut it. He fucking
No
embarrassed.
shade. No, I don't know. I like his style. I just think he's and then I first became a fan after I saw an interview of Tyson talking about him, and he was like, "Oh, this kid out of Japan, they call him like the monster." So then I like went into YouTube, I typed it in, and I watched like some clips of him. I'm like, "Holy shit!"
You know what we could talk about?
this guy to the
we know what fight we forgot to talk about? I'm a little unorganized. This fucking fucking energy drinks and like vodka. It's not a good combo.
Yeah, you're turning into Triple G right now.
I wish.
Yeah.
Better than me.
I think you're cool, man.
Thanks, man. The YouTube fights.
Oh, please.
I didn't watch
please.
these. You did.
I
You
had
got to
fucking
go off
talk-
on this.
I didn't buy it. I'll start off by saying that I use a streaming app. I just want it was listen horrible. First of all, I just don't get how these guys are getting paid more than.
Talk about what you.
These guys probably got more money.
Oh yeah.
Than these people that we just, and that's the bullshit about boxing to me.
Numbers though, it's a numbers game.
It is a numbers, but it's a name game too.
You know what? Speaking of that though, what they did for Amanda Serrano, and this actually I want to.
Yeah,
I want
I
to
mean
speak.
Jake Paul.
Amanda Serrano, women have been. I don't want to say fighting. Like women's boxing has been trying to get 3-minute rounds forever. I am betting, probably. If my girlfriend's listening to this, sorry, I don't give a fuck. I'm betting $3,000 at least on Amanda Serrano TKO KO, and I'm probably gonna bet at least $3,000. I don't even have $3,000. I'm gonna take a fucking cash advance from my already almost maxed credit card. I'm gonna fucking Amanda Serrano in 3-minute rounds. And if you just listening, cruising through whatever, and just like, oh, let me listen.
Ride it.
Amanda Serrano, 3-minute rounds, knocks out everybody. Ask Katie Taylor. Amanda Serrano, 3-minute rounds, knocks out any female boxer at her respective weight.
And that's the thing too, though. Like he kind of put on for her too.
Yeah, he made that Katie Taylor fight. So I can't. Jake Paul actually he's calling out Canelo. Jake Paul in the sense
he's doing it for the clout.
I'm jealous of Jake.
Like no, but like Dylan Dennis and that was horrible. The dude's like going into trying to submit him, and
that's funny.
I know, but it's so bad, man. It's just not a good look to me. It's not a good look.
You know what? I forgot when
you're having these young kids want to watch boxing, and they don't even know what real boxing is.
No, but like
I grew up watching Tyson, Lennox Lewis. These kids are watching the Prime owners of Prime fight.
Yo, Prime is decent though.
Oh, it's great.
The Gatorade version.
We have it at Empire.
Yeah, the Gatorade version.
Empire Nutrition.
Empire Nutrition. Yeah.
Shout out.
One day I'm gonna get them to sponsor me.
If you hear that.
Hey, if you're trying to sponsor this podcast with no viewers, I'm just kidding. I'm on the come up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up.
You are on the come up.
I'm not giving up. But. Dude, the Prime is like a better Gatorade. I don't know what's in it. I don't know what's in it.
They're putting something in it.
Yo, because it tastes like.
But it's really, some of them are really sweet. I'm not.
Yeah,
okay
what the fuck is in it?
It's coconut, 10% coconut water.
Is that why it makes me poop?
There's that, or maybe it's like the fructose corn syrup.
What is that? High fructose corn syrup?
Yeah.
My fucking
you could be fructose tolerant.
I'm actually, you know what's funny about that? I was just saying something about my arteries. I have a doctor's appointment in the morning to get like blood work, and
Mine is on Wednesday.
And I'm drinking an energy drink and vodka.
Shouldn't you not be drinking past? Shouldn't you not eat or drink past 12?
What time is it?
It's 11.
Shots. Just kidding.
I gotta go get
just
blood work
kidding.
Wednesday. No, but what I'm saying is, just
talk about that with the Fury fight. How'd it go? Tommy Fury.
Good for him, man. He's getting money out of it because he wasn't getting shit probably.
He's got like a kid on the way.
No, he has the kid. He has the kid.
Oh, he had the kid?
Yeah, and it came so close. So,
yo, no hope.
In the clinch, he hit him in back of the head like twice, and I think he got a point.
Can I just speak on Tommy Fury real quick? Tyson Fury reminds me of myself, right? He's fat. He's fucking. He loves to party. He drinks. He's annoying. He's bald.
Come on.
He talks shit. My dream in life is to just have a beer with Tyson Fury. I think that would be like my if I did that, I've eclipsed. His brother, I don't have a brother. I have a sister. Clearly got all the looks. And it's like his half brother.
Half brother, that's why.
Still like my sister, that's like me and my sister. My sister's, I don't want to say she's hot, but she's a good-looking chick. And like she clearly got all the looks, and I'm just over here like, "Hey, what's up? Let me open my pumpkin beer."
Like, yeah, go do that.
Shut up. But Tommy Fury is a good-looking dude, bro.
He should not be boxing.
Yeah, like he's perfect.
Go be a model or something.
Yeah, like that's coming from Big Bully. Like fucking Tommy Fury.
I put him to shame, bro.
No, dude.
Stop. Anyone out there, leave your comments. All right. No, but seriously, no. When it comes to the fight, though, there was no opportunity for him to even like box because what's that guy's name? KSI. Yeah, he fought KSI.
But was it like KSI? Like I guess.
Bro, he was standing with his right arm cocked, and he was just throwing like haymakers. What do you do?
Yeah.
Okay. It was embarrassing, but it was entertaining.
I feel like Tommy Fury too, like, and this is the problem with like
they should make him.
So like no, hear me out. Really, this is back to like regular boxing. Like how in and actually I said this to somebody. I get like a lot of, which is cool. This is another thing I love about doing this podcast, this really expensive hobby. Side note, I bought a new camera and I bought the wrong plug, so the quality isn't as good. So when you leave your comments, just remember he'd have nicer quality, and I would be uglier. He didn't even catch it. This guy's fucking texting on MySpace. But fucking England, like you know how in America, right? Okay, say you're a pro. We want to pad your record. We're gonna go down to TJ. We're gonna go to Tijuana, California. You're gonna fight in bars. Probably awesome. Like at least,
sick.
But you're gonna pad your record. You can go 10-0 quick. Apparently, too. I'm all over the place now. But the Regis Prograis Haney lead up. Apparently, Haney lost in Tijuana, and they paid him off to like get it off their record.
No way.
Prograis brought that up. You know what was another thing about that press conference, which we didn't talk about?
I know their dads like that.
Yo, the dads in the one.
Is it they're both both the dads were going at
yeah,
it? Yeah.
The dads in the 140-pound division are like, yo,
they should just put
Tio's
gloves on
dad
them.
too. Like,
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
I saw that little clip though of Haney's dad and Prograis' dad.
Yeah, but they were like, I like how they're private school, and I met Haney's dad, and he was awesome guy.
You said that.
Yeah, awesome guy to chop it up about boxing with. Haney's dad was like, was it private school? Homeschooled. There's a difference. It was funny.
They're just passionate about this shit, man.
Yeah, I think though Prograis. Who do you got in that fight?
Who do I want to win?
If you're putting your money up, $100, who you got?
Haney.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I like. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say I don't personally like somebody because I don't know them. But just after how he went about himself after that Lomachenko fight, and he was just talking all that shit.
But I guess you have to do that.
Yeah, I guess, or just humble yourself, bro. Like you're not there yet. You're not close.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. Let's talk about upcoming fights. So the Amanda Serrano 3-minute round fight, and we don't touch on girl fights.
She's nice, man.
Dude, she's from Brooklyn, New York fighter.
Yeah.
3-minute rounds. Amanda Serrano is fucking and you know what? Jordan needs to sponsor her. I talked about this with David Sparks too. She wears Jordans, like basketball sneakers, in her fights. And I think it's slowing her feet down.
Oh, she actually wears.
Yeah, she wears like
she's not wearing like the
Jordan.
boots.
No, like Jordan 3s, Jordan 4. Like she wears Jordans, and I think it's slowing her down. Yo, she could crack, dude. 3-minute bet the knockout. I actually can't wait for
When
that.
is that?
Let me see. Let me look up right now.
It's so weird. She hasn't been on any fight cards that with the Paul brother.
Yeah, she has.
Well, as of
All
late,
of them.
has she?
Yeah.
His last fight?
Yeah, I think so. That's what made
They're
her.
like super close.
That's
too.
what put her on the map.
Good for him. I mean, I respect
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
100%. I mean, he has done a lot for the sport. I feel like
For women's boxing, not so much men's boxing. But he calls out like Canelo, and Canelo's like,
go fight some.
and you know who's like, and I don't want to hate on McGregor, and I'm known for hating on McGregor. McGregor's calling out Canelo, and like it's like, dude,
Canelo said he'd kick his ass with
And
one hand.
and like anybody who knows any MMA guys have to, if any MMA guy or UFC guy comes up to me, say this fight gets made, right? Of course, Canelo loses to Benavidez and is like, hey, I'm gonna fight this McGregor guy for $8 million,
Right.
like easy money, right? Win or lose, easy money.
Right.
If anybody, any UFC guy or MMA guy, because when McGregor was fighting Floyd, right? I was getting in like almost fist fights at bars, literally almost, because I'm like, no, dude, Floyd Mayweather's gonna kill this guy.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather's gonna win. Floyd Mayweather's gonna win. Even if he doesn't knock him out, Floyd Mayweather's gonna win. I promise you, he's gonna win. Blah 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 blah. I'm getting. And if you think now, at older, and levels, right? If you think now Floyd or Conor McGregor could beat fucking
No chance.
like no.
And let's just say that Floyd Mayweather could have knocked him out, but he didn't really box him.
And Floyd Mayweather was like, I don't want to make excuses. I'll give Conor credit for like in that fight being aggressive, like coming to fight.
But like if I wanted to knock him out in the first round, he could have.
I don't want to say knock him out, maybe not, because Conor McGregor's tough. He's a tough guy, but
Yeah.
Floyd was toying. Like Floyd was playing with
around like what he does with
and
everybody.
he knew he was gonna tire out.
Yeah.
And if they had a rematch, Floyd would win. Like it's
no comparison. I'm sorry. I don't think any UFC fighter. Anytime
Did you know Conor McGregor's a black belt in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I mean most of them are.
But why does he suck at jiu-jitsu? Like, don't quote me on that, but like what?
I don't know, dude.
Well,
I mean,
actually, quote me on it. He's not good at grappling.
because he probably, I think the fighters that he did fight probably were better on the ground than him.
See, this pisses me off. This fucking pisses me off. Something's going on in New York, bro. Amanda Serrano versus, oh my God, Dania Ramos. 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds, right? Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, put that shit at Barclays or MSG.
No, MSG is done, bro. They're selling it. Barclays, though, what the fuck is going on? Seriously, what the fuck is going on?
The money's not there?
We're the mecca of boxing in New York.
It would be sick if they had like a
Yo,
fight.
New York City cops and kids. You got the hook. You got the connects. Let's go. Fuck. Orlando, Florida. Is there a big boxing scene that I don't know about in Orlando, Florida?
I haven't heard of one.
Is anything in Orlando, Florida besides Disney World? Whatever. All right.
Yeah.
That's a fight. Shaki Foster versus Eduardo Hernandez. For another junior. Wow. That's a decent scrap. Eduardo Hernandez has a junior lightweight title. Shaki Foster looked fucking great in his last fight. And he is in the same weight division as I'm going to confuse the names. So don't quote me. No, I always say that. You know what I notice when I play these back to myself? Don't quote me. Quote me. I don't give a fuck. Quote me, motherfuckers. I'm sorry. I just don't want to say Lara, and it's not Lara. I think it is, though. Come on, talk. Stop texting, bro. We're on a podcast.
Sorry. No, it was like a family text message.
Oh, sorry. You all right?
Yeah. You saw my face change for a second?
Yeah, I was like...
no. Everything's good,
I'm
guys.
over here spewing bullshit.
I'm here.
I'm over here singing poems. This is going a little longer. I think it's been longer than an hour, but I don't care.
It's definitely a bit. I think it's been like an hour and a half.
Yeah? All right, we'll go 2. Fuck it. Yo, when I had the interview with David Flat Sparks, right?
How long were you guys doing it?
4 hours, bro, straight.
So what time in the morning? Was it like...
It was pretty late. It was late. We just chopped it up, though, about boxing, bro. It was awesome. To me, that's awesome.
No, that's what's cool, too.
It was like barbershop talk.
Casual conversation.
Yeah.
You don't got to think of things to say.
I mean, it was a little unorganized. That's my fault. I got tipsy like I am right now. But Shaki Foster, super featherweight. Navarrete. I knew it wasn't fucking Laura, you idiot. He's fighting Leewood. Emmanuel Navarrete, right? The wild puncher from all angles.
I've definitely had to have seen him fight.
Yes, you have seen him fight. We talked about it. Just Emmanuel. No, it is in the same weight class because I'm so stupid. I for some reason, Mauricio Lara and Navarrete, I confuse nonstop.
So everything that you were saying about
Mauricio Lara versus Lee Wood was wrong. I meant Navarrete, and I've done this. I've done this before. I confuse those two.
Why do you got them so confused?
I have no idea because I think they're both dogs.
Yeah,
fucking
Put them
straight
in the same category.
dogs. I'm talking about Navarrete, and when I was talking about Lee Wood earlier, I meant Navarrete, not Mauricio Lara. I did that on our first ever recording, I think, too.
How long has it been?
I think like 6 months.
There you go.
Whatever. Who cares? They both could crack. Emmanuel Navarrete, I don't think anyone's beating him because you can't train for him. Shaki Foster, that's an upcoming fight. He's decent and he trains hard. He's a hungry American. He gets better each fight. Subriel Matias at 140. Let's talk about that real quick and then we'll close the show. Actually, no, Joe Cordina too is fighting November 4th. Joe Cordina is basically part of Jamel Herring's comeback. For some weird reason, Joe Cordina called out Jamel Herring, and Jamel Herring was like, whatever, all right, I'll fight.
Right.
Jamel Herring's training his balls off. He fights again in November in New York City on Veterans Day. Half the proceeds, I think, are going to veterans, which is great. Yo, props to Jamel Herring, dude.
Yeah.
Takes any interview. Fan favorite guy. Props to my guy Jamel Herring. The Spar Inn was going to go to that fight, but I was going to go buy my tickets late, and it was standing room only, and I can't be at standing room only drunk because if I'm not seated, I'm going to get beat up. So I'm not going to that. What do you mean, yeah?
I mean, I wouldn't go with you either.
Oh, stop it. But Subriel Matias is fighting. Subriel Matias is the boogeyman of the 140-pound division. And if you don't, you probably
I do not know.
yeah. Google Subriel Matias highlights. He got shot. He doesn't talk about it. He has more dog than any and I will go down swinging arguing
In his
this.
prime too.
In his prime, he has more dog in him than any boxer boxing right now.
I'm gonna look him up.
He has a killer stare. He won a belt and didn't even smile. Subriel Matias.
business.
And I'm a Tio fan, and he is all wrong for everybody. He is all wrong for everybody. You got like a Shakur could beat him. That's the only guy at 140.
When is this fight?
November 4th. Subriel Matias is a
I
problem.
wonder what it's gonna be on. I gotta watch it.
It is on.
You're describing it in a way that would make me want to watch it.
I think it's on ESPN.
Top rank?
Yeah, I think it's on ESPN.
Shout out the top rank. Is
I could be
put it
wrong.
on
I could be
too.
wrong though. It's probably on DAZN. Fuck it.
I don't know why I called it Daz.
No, yeah, I think it's on DAZN actually. I don't know. I don't care. Just
Yeah,
find
I'm
the
watching it. I'm watching.
Subriel Matias is
I'll
must-see
YouTube
TV.
him.
Dude, Puerto Rican fucking
Dog.
slugger comes forward, just dog. November 15th, and this is where we'll stop. Oh, Shakur Stevenson, speaking of the devil, versus Edwin De Los Santos. I don't know much about De Los Santos. I spoke on this last time. Shakur's going to crush him. There's levels.
And Haney was also saying not to bring it back, but that he was Shakur was ducking him. Stop.
They have like weird.
Stop.
They have weird beef.
Stop.
They're just. I think they're gonna fight.
I think it's not gonna be so soon though.
No, but I think they'll meet each
That'll be
other
a
at
big
some
fight.
point. Yeah, and they're just.
Shakur will
I
work
think
him.
I think they both know. Oh, and Navarrete. Speak of the devil. And again, I want to apologize. I always confuse Lara and Navarrete. I have no idea why. It's like a mental fucking block I have.
Happens, bro.
First, Conceição, Robson Conceição, who is Brazilian and is fucking tough. Navarrete is going to decapitate him. Props to Conceição for taking that fight. I've met Conceição, great guy. I met his coach, awesome guys. Had to have a translator, but awesome guys. Emmanuel Navarrete is not to be fucked with. Mauricio Lara is another one when he's focused. And again, I want to apologize for confusing those two. I always do. And that's really it. I mean, Chantel Cameroon, November 25th versus Katie Taylor 2. Katie Taylor's first loss. She's going to lose again. I think Katie Taylor is a little punchy. And then November 25th, we're going to preview that in the next show in November. Like heavy preview. Heavy preview. Benavidez versus Andrade. I might bring David Sparks back in for that if he's willing to come back on the show.
You should.
Because he sparred him, and there was rumors he was going to be on the undercard, but he's got a lot of knowledge. He's team Benavidez, so I'll probably try and bring him back in. And then Ryan Garcia is fighting Oscar Duarte.
Do you know him?
Yeah, tough guy, but it's a setup fight for Garcia. And in boxing heats up in December big. December boxing is big. Ryan Garcia is always, we're going to watch because he's either 140 or 135, whatever he's fucking fighting at. But I think, no, it's his first fight at 140, yeah. So he's going to be at 140, right? That's Tio's weight class. That's the hottest weight class in boxing right now.
Boy.
And also Tank could fight at 140, so that's the hottest weight class in boxing. So Ryan Garcia is December 2nd, right? Regis Prograis versus Devin Haney, December 9th. Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez versus Sonny Edwards, which is very underrated fight for non-boxing fans,
Right.
Because they're very light, and a lot of guys don't watch like the light fighters. Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez is the best lefty. As a lefty, I love watching him.
So that's 3 off the rip. Right
That's
there.
3 right there in December, and who knows what else is going to be announced later. That's really it.
Boxing's on a roll.
January then, Artur Beterbiev versus Caleb Smith.
Joe Smith fought Beterbiev?
Yeah, he beat the
Wow.
fuck. That was his last fight.
Yeah.
Beterbiev fucking destroyed him. But this layoff with
But still, that's like.
Joe Smith fought
Yeah,
everybody.
that's
Joe
what I'm
Smith
saying.
fought everybody,
Yeah.
dude.
I
Joe
mean,
Smith,
props,
no
props.
ducks.
Yeah.
No
you're
ducks.
Not ducking nobody.
No ducks. Joe Smith fought
wanted to
fucking
smoke.
everybody. But all right, I guess we can close it up with that. Thanks for coming, Frank. Fossil, where you at?
Yeah, Fossil.
Any last words, Frank?
No, just thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah,
Big bully.
anytime. I'm gonna try and get anyone that wants to come and chop it up about boxing. I don't care. Again, I want to apologize for my name mishap. I fucking do different weight classes, but for some reason, dude, Mauricio Lara and Navarrete confused the fuck out of me, and I can't explain it. It's like Chuck Knobloch throwing to first base. He just couldn't throw to first base. I keep confusing those two. So I want to apologize again. Shout out to Chuck Knobloch, you Canadian fuck. That's it. What do you got? Shout something out.
No, shout out to why are you putting me on
Shout
the
something
spot?
out, man.
Shout out Empire.
I like closing.
Shout out
I
Empire
like closing
Nutrition.
shit awkwardly. Nah, man. Shout out something else, man.
You want me to say something? You want,
Yeah,
you want to create
yeah.
controversy?
Well, come on.
I will not be creating controversy tonight. I will not. I am being smart. But
Google,
if
Google.
you know, you know.
Google Big Bully Frank.
No,
man.
stop.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
But if you know, you know. If you don't, you're lost.
Hey, we'll see you on the next episode. Please follow us on Instagram. I'm more active on Instagram. I'm going to try and work Twitter. Twitter is a fucking cesspool, or whatever
X.
it's called. X
Thanks, Elon.
is a cesspool. I'm on TikTok. We are going to be on YouTube. I'm going to chop this up. No producer. We're trying. T.O., come on. Let me get that interview. I'm your biggest fan. I promise you. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.